It is as fantastic as it looks from Interstate 4.
Whoa, what's that boat doing way up there?
Dun, 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 dun.
Just use straight Florida swamp water.
Waterparks.
I don't love water parks.
I just don't like it. All the strangers there. It's weird.
I have mixed feelings about water parks. I think they're really fun. I love a good slide. But in general, I'm not exactly the kind of person who likes to be in the sun. So
My favorite thing to do near a body of water is just sit there with a frozen cocktail and good company and good music.
I think water parks are a great way to cool down and a great way to entertain children.
I love water parks.
Come sing me Volcano Bay. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know they can be considered not the cleanest things on the planet.
It does seem like the only chance that I really have in life to be surrounded by large amounts of other people's bodily fluids.
I went to one today all by myself.
Come sing me Volcano Bay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Volcano Bay is Universal Orlando's water park.
Ah yes, Volcano Bay. Let me look through the Codex of Law. Please don't use that.
I went to Volcano Bay today. It is as fantastic as it looks from Interstate 4.
And it's themed after a volcano that erupted.
And the water is the lava. And you are burning to a crisp.
It is straight up jungle. The flowers and the plants are unbelievable. There's great music.
But it's reverse because it's the UV rays coming from above as opposed to the molten lava from underneath you.
A volcano meets the tiki room meets a whole lot of water.
You could call me your very own Bill Nye the Science Guy. Just kidding, it's me, Breedlove. I just know that much.
The Tapu Tapu wearable is akin to a magic band where you go to an attraction you'd like to ride and you have this like waterproof magic band-esque thing they've given you for the day and you tap it and it'll be like, hey, come back in an hour.
I went to a tap dance school called Tapu Tapu. I wonder what happened to Miss Elderberry.
I think the Tapu Tapu wearable is cool because I am a girl.
One of the very worst parts of water parks is when you are standing in line in a wet bathing suit. And so if they can avoid that experience, it's already a better water park experience.
They don't put pockets in our regular pants, much less into my long sleeve swimsuit or UV shirts. So having it all right there on your wrist, that's very convenient. I mean, I enjoy any experience in which I have to carry less. It's why I like fanny packs.
The Krakatoa is the best ride at the park. It's amazing. Water coaster. It's a straight up moist conveyor belt. Just shoots you right up it.
They have a lazy river and then they have an intense river.
Like Goof Troop. Remember when they're in the car and it's gonna be the waterfall? Waterfall! That's what it's like. It's just like this insane pushing of water.
At the top of the volcano, you climb 209 feet. There are 3 death chamber slides, sort of like you're getting in a coffin. So I'm doing my Tutankhamun thing, and one of these might help. Then the death chamber closes you in and you can see through it. And I'm like, what? 3, 2, 1.
If you invited me to Volcano Bay right now.
Is Duckfist coming? Is Morgan coming?
I would say, let me grab my scuba suit.
Is Breedlove coming?
I would rather you pick me up because then that's when the party starts, is when we get in the car, right?
Is RJ coming?
I think we'd have a really good time just sitting by the pool, pretending that we're like socialites and we have a lot of money.
Is Alan coming?
No, but I'd pack you some treats so you wouldn't get hungry.
I mean, I want the whole gang to go together, and I hope there's one of those family raft rides there so we can all get in it together and go down the raft together. and then we can all get our rainbow ice creams and toast them.
Totally, come pick us up.
So stay tuned till March when they reopen and I can do a video about it.
Wow.
Typhoon Lagoon has a little bit of a sad backstory.
Typhoon Lagoon is one of the 2 water parks at Disney World.
It was a beautiful beachfront town. Everything was idyllic and beautiful. It was a great place for vacations.
It's located kind of near Disney Springs.
And then one day, a horribly violent typhoon struck. Crazy things happened. A boat ended up where it definitely should not have been, on top of something really high.
Oh my god, it's a boat! Typhoon Lagoon's my favorite. I love boats.
Excuse me, mister, but I've got an idea. And they looked down and went, okay, Jimmy, what's your idea? Well, I hear that water parks are very popular all over the world right now.
There's a tugboat on a mountain, and there's a wave pool, a big wave pool, 600 gallons of water coming at you every approximately 5 minutes. I'm sure I have that figure wrong. And I'm also sure that somebody on this video will correct me.
And he looked around and said, all in favor of opening up this tragic disaster site and making it into a water park to brighten the lives of other people, not our own lives, because our lives are over, shattered.
Because that's what happens when there's typhoons, but it's destruction in a fun way.
They don't destroy, they create fun. Especially at Disney.
The Laguna Gator. I'm thinking of him, and then, is there a gator at Blizzard Beach?
Something happened where like one of the gators got sent to Blizzard Beach where it's always cold, and one of the gators got sent to Typhoon Lagoon where it's always summer. And I think there's probably some friction. I think they don't go to Thanksgiving together. I think that probably the friends and family of Laguna Gator and Chili Willy Gator have to go to 2 different homes on Thanksgiving because like the 2 of them can't be around each other.
He seems a lot friendlier than any other gators around here.
I mean, Laguna Gator is cool. I will argue that he needs more sun protection.
The surf pool is by far and away the best attraction at Typhoon Lagoon.
I love wave pools because my favorite thing at the beach is to go get in the waves and then just be like battered by them. It's fun, right?
If you like the sensation that you're drowning for a few seconds.
The only thing that would kind of make it not be as great is the fact that it just becomes a literal sea of people as opposed to a wave pool.
And if you're a surfer, which I'm not, you can actually surf there, which I think is really fun. I want to do one of those secret, special, VIP, expensive surf mornings.
And basically any of these water parks, if they have a roller coaster type attractions, sure, that's the best of the water park.
Crush and Gusher, because it is a water roller coaster. So they've actually, it's like a tube ride and you can go as a single or a double. And there's actually 3 different courses. So like you could ride it 3 times and have 3 different experiences. And they actually have figured out how to like maneuver the tubes to like go down and up and like around and like actually do like dips and stuff like a roller coaster as opposed to just a normal raft ride which is like straight down.
So there's a theme for the food at every water park, regardless of which water park you are at, be it Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. A pail of ice cream.
Ice cream in a sand pail.
You are out in the hot sun, eating frozen dairy from a pail. You are then presumably going to continue to stay out in the hot sun for the remainder of your day, and then ride a number of attractions in the water, causing you to slosh about.
You could use that pail then to throw up in, or you could use it on the beach, whichever way you go.
Wow.
You're asking me what's Blizzard Beach?
Brr.
Blizzard Beach.
Which is the antithesis to Typhoon Lagoon. There's an immortal feud between the 2 of these it's another water park.
The sister water park to Typhoon Lagoon, except for instead of being hosted by Sunshine Gator, it's hosted by Chili Willy Gator. His name's actually Ice Gator, but it's a like ski slope themed water park.
Look, it doesn't snow in Florida very often.
A cold front moves into Florida.
And it made a glacier. I guess there's probably not a glacier. No, there's probably a glacier. Something is called glacier.
And, you know, some people down there are like, oh my gosh, let's build a ski resort.
But I don't think there can be a glacier. That doesn't make any sense because glaciers are like massive land masses. So either I'm wrong or Disney needs to do some research on their snow and ice-based land formations.
And then, zoinks, it's 85 degrees outside and it's all melting. And it's been melting for 17 years.
They're kind of like cool with the fact that it's melting because they're like, yay, there will be like 3 days where the snow will be not totally melted. So it's like exposed rock on these mountains, but it's not too cold that you can't slide down it with your bare skin.
Thematically speaking, very interesting. The fact that they've kept it very much like a ski resort, so you have the red slope, the green slope, and things like that. I think that's neat. So, as a driving theme, nice.
The main attraction there is basically a giant straight shot slide that is like a ski jump.
How you look and feel at the top of Summit Plummet is wildly different than how you look and feel at the bottom.
Men don't understand. Like, sure, your bathing suit may ride up and that's uncomfortable.
It took me a very long time to dig my swimsuit from where it went.
That's the least of my worries.
You could have your bathing suit super glued on, it would find a way to throw it off.
Okay, my favorite attraction at Blizzard Beach, I have no idea what it's called, but you get to race with 7 of your closest strangers and friends, and you grab that squishy mat and go riding down it, and it's so fun.
I once again say that the lazy river is the best attraction because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about sitting still. The hardest part about the lazy river is gracefully getting in the inner tube, and I'm not convinced that there's a way to do it because like you're trying to like jump in and get your like butt in the hole of the tube, but like it like flips forward or like you don't make it or you go too far and you flip over this way.
The ski lift is the best attraction. You don't have to walk upstairs.
Sometimes doing nothing is the best something you can do.
Ice Skater's great. I think he's better than Laguna Gator because he clearly wears some sun protection.
I'm sorry that they did not feel the need to give you as compelling of a name as Laguna Gator.
I wish that the mascot was the ice skater because that would be lovely. Can you imagine Christy Yamaguchi, a beautiful...
I think Elsa created the ice skater. Don't at me.
Some might liken it to the heat miser and the snow miser.
Dun dun dun.
Ba-dum,
Dun dun dun.
ba-dum.
I'm Mr. Snow Miser. I'm Mr. Snow doo-doo-doo-doo.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. 10 Below. Whatever I touch starts to freeze in my clutch.
I'm too much.
There you go.
River country, big river country. It's a hoop, it's a holler, it's a water jamboree.
River country, big river country. It's
The
a
river
lot
country
of fun.
was your old-fashioned watering hole, where you and your family could pluck up a good time in many of these riverfront lagoons. Slides abound, although not nearly as thrilling as Blue. Can I stop the accent? It was nice.
Disney's River Country was ahead of its time, came at a time where water parks weren't really a thing. So Disney really helped popularize them in America with River Country. And it was the idea of a good old-fashioned watering hole.
River country. Let's go out to a watering hole in the backyard. Country, barbecue, and get in the swimming pool and eat a big old rib.
Basically, imagine if Fort Wilderness was a water park.
But what made it different was it was all, I believe, like natural water sources.
There were kind of 2 parts to it. There was a watering hole part and there was kind of a more pool-based part. And the pool-based part was more similar to what you would expect at a water park, aka a chlorinated pool. The swimming hole just used straight Florida swamp water. They were like, put that swamp water in here.
Note to self, If it doesn't smell like Pirates of the Caribbean, then I'm not getting in it. If it smells earthy, like the wilderness, this is not water that I will put my body in.
So I should start by saying river country in my head, like part of it is memory and part of it I don't know if I'm making it up.
I'm getting all of my information from promotional VHSs that were mailed to my house in the 90s.
I remember vaguely that there was one water slide where it was like one of those ones where there was like a drop off, and so you would just go like flying out, like jetted out of the water slide.
And that sounds fun because I like flying through the air with reckless abandon.
There were no rules, it seems. You know, now at a water park, it's like, green light, go, red light, don't go. And you have to wait 2 minutes, and then the next one goes. They didn't invent that, obviously, until the 90s, or after some lawsuit. So at River Country, if you see any video of it, they're just people like crashing all over.
So like I vaguely remember that thing where you like there's like a rope above you and it's in the water and there's like floating things and you try to like walk across them and using the rope for like help, but if you fall it's not that big a deal because you're falling in the water.
But I remember reading specifically about, there was a whitewater rapids portion of River Country, which would have been really neat, right? Lazy river but elevated. So you all know my, like, lazy river is right here. If you make it whitewater rafting, you've elevated it, and I'm here for it.
We don't know why it officially closed. Disney never announced. I think there's a couple of contributing factors. There were some unfortunate incidents that took place at River Country.
We're closing for the season. We're gonna do some refurbishments and reopen. And then like a long time went by, and then they were like, we're extending the closure. Don't even worry about it. And then a long time went by.
By the time it closed, Disney had already built both Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, and it just wasn't as popular anymore, wasn't as needed anymore. So they were like, River Country, thank you for your service to the Walt Disney World Resort. You are no longer needed.
Of course I wish River Country was still... Wouldn't you go? I would love to go. But I guess Disney doesn't really need 3 water parks because they still, in the winter, only keep 1 open.
I always like doing new things I haven't done before, so I would like River Country to open back up so I could go do something I hadn't done before in Walt Disney World. I think people really liked River Country though. Like, I think people were like obsessed with River Country, from what I can tell from chatting with folks that went to Disney in the 80s and they like loved River Country. So maybe it was awesome. Maybe I missed out. And so yeah, sure, bring it back so I can see.
I will say I thought it was really cool, and I liked kind of being over in the Wilderness Lodge for Wilderness area. Like, it fit so well, and it was kind of awesome to be able to just like take a boat over to the water park.
I guess if I really wanted to experience what it was like swimming in the waters of Bay Lake, I could probably find that out pretty easily, although I might be banned for life. So, second thought, skip it. You know what I like? The Hippy Dippy Pool. That's about my speed. Meet me at the Hippy Dippy Pool. I'll be the guy wearing the UV shirt.
They all have thrills and chills and family fun.
There's a lot of water at all the parks. That's what they have in common. They are water parks.
They are H2O fun.
Once I stock up on some sunscreen and find some super embarrassing UV shirts, that I would like to go with my RTT friends.
I will happily slosh in the soup of your body.
RJ and I just want to sit in the pool eating ribs. We don't want to do physical exercise.
That's my formula for a successful day at a water park. SPF 50, chafing preventative, and then a friend to always carry your inner tube so you don't have to do it.
Where do you think water parks are going to be in 10 or 20 years? What more can we do with water? I can't wait to find out.
Which you do have to wear sun protection even when you're like skiing. It's actually worse there because the sun bounces off of the snow. I just want you all to know that this has now become a skincare PSA. So wear your sunscreen, wear your sunglasses, especially if you have light eyes, your eyes can get burned. So wear your sunglasses, wear your sunscreen when you go skiing, just like you would if you were at Blizzard Beach.
Hey everybody, it's Molly. Morgan and I are loving that you're enjoying RTT, so make sure to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if you want more RTT, click over here for a playlist of every single episode. Click over here for a video of me doing every single attraction, including the water rides at Universal's Islands of Adventure. Thanks for watching!